What up? Winbush here, and today I'm excited to give you the short tutorial on how to make a customized palette in Cinema 4D. This one comes way of 4D10. He was asking me how I got my redshift icons and my layout the way that I have it, and so without further ado, let's just jump right into it. Okay, so this is Cinema 4D R21. Every time I open up Cinema 4D, this is what my layout looks like, and I have it customized to open up as so. And so the question was, how did I get these icons up here for redshift? And so I'll show you how to do that, and then I'll show you how to make your customized palette with these icons up here as well. Like I have X particles, I have Forester here, and then I also have like my attributes window, my startup window right here for the project settings, and I have a content browser over here and my hierarchy window right here. So every time I open up Cinema 4D, this is the exact layout that I get because this is how I like to work. And for a disclaimer, I have my screen magnified just because I'm working in ultra wide screen, and so I didn't want the icons to be too little for you guys to see, and so I magnified it by like 25-50%. So my screen might seem a little bit more awkward than usual, but that's what it is. And so let me start by going to the vanilla setup. So if I go over here to layout, click on startup, this is what Cinema 4D looks like whenever we first open it up. And so let's start by putting the redshift panel in here by going over to redshift. And if I left click on this, you'll see we have a bar with a bunch of dots. And let me magnify in so you guys can see it. But basically when you click on redshift, you'll get this bar here, and you can see that you can actually highlight it. So if I left click on this, now it brings out a breakout window, and I can actually drag that underneath where I want this to be. So actually, if I want it here on my left-hand side, I could do it like so. And so everything's lined up here. Or if I want to have it underneath my icons here, I just click and drag it like that. And if you can see, the icons are kind of small, and it has it inside these breakout windows. If I want to enlarge these, all I have to do is go over to like an open gray space over here, right click, and then come over to, what is it, icon size, and then do large icons, and that's exactly how I have my layout here. So that's how I was able to get the redshift panel underneath here, so it's quick and easy to get to. And if I wanted to add like custom icons up here for like any shortcuts or anything that's not in this menu that I use a lot, we can also customize this as well. So if I come over to window, come over to customization, and then let's go under customize menus. No, that's not it. Let me go under, what was it? It was, oh, customize palettes, sorry. So customize palettes, click on that, and now you come up with this window that says customize commands. And so all these icons here are stuff inside of Cinema 4D that if we wanted to quickly reach it, we could drag it up to our upper corner, or not corner, but our upper panel right here, so that we could quickly access it. So let's say I want to do my link to XYZ subchannels. So what I would do is just click, drag it up here, and you see that I put it over here on the right hand side. You just have to click and drag it over, and now I have it right here. And we can also separate these by groups. And so I have an icon separator and a group separator. Let's do icon separator, and you see that it made a little space in here. But if I do group separator, it's going to leave an even bigger space. So say like I have my Forester options right here. So I can drag this in. So now I have all my Forester icons. Click and drag these over. And you can see that we have a little gap in here so that I could just kind of move stuff by groups if I want to. So like on my panel, I have Forester, I have X particles, and they're all separated just so they're not all clustered together. Kind of like how it is here in the vanilla Cinema 4D. So now let me go and make a custom window here for like my content browser. So if I click and drag this over, click on content browser, and then do undock. Sorry, that's right click on content browser, hit undock, and now my window is separated here. You want to drag these, I guess it's called like a hamburger menu, but you want to click and drag that over here. And now I have my content window separated. And so you do that, you see like each one of these windows have the hamburger menu. So if you ever want to move these around, you just click on that, click and drag exactly where you want it, and then that's how you get it like that. So now say that you want to have this like as your exact layout every time you open up Cinema 4D. You don't want to keep customizing it. So you make sure that you have your layout exactly how you want it, and then you go up to window and then come down to customization, and you'll see right here it says save as startup layout or save layout as. So you have two options here. If you want to make it as your startup layout so that every time that you open up Cinema, this is exactly what you're going to get, this is what you want to click right here where it says save as startup layout. But if you want to have like several different layouts, you can actually save them out as like its own file. So you can put save layout as, and then you can make like Winbush menu or, you know, custom animation window. And then every time you want to open those up, you could just load up your palette or load up your layout and you'll be good to go. So hopefully that quick overview how to customize your panel helped you out and I answered all your questions. If you have any more questions, make sure you leave me a comment down below. As always, give this channel a thumbs up, you know, on all my videos. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to my video. Until next time, keep creating. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.